Ethan Carter tightened his grip on the bouquet of red roses as the revolving doors of the Grand Meridian Hotel welcomed him inside. Resting peacefully on his shoulder was his 6-year-old daughter, Sophie, still asleep after a long flight. Her small teddy bear dangled from one arm, and every few seconds she whispered something in her dreams. Today was supposed to be special. It was the anniversary of Ethan's late wife's birthday, and every year he placed roses in the presidential suite where they had celebrated their final anniversary together. No one at the hotel knew he was coming. That was exactly how Ethan preferred it. Years ago, after becoming the majority owner of the Grand Meridian chain, he made it a personal tradition to visit each property without announcing himself. If employees only behaved well when the owner arrived, they weren't serving with genuine respect. He approached the reception desk. "Good afternoon," he said politely. "I have a reservation under Ethan Carter." The receptionist glanced at his worn leather jacket before looking at Sophie's sleeping face. Her expression immediately changed. "I'm sorry. We're completely booked." Ethan smiled politely. "Could you check once more? I made the reservation 3 days ago." She didn't touch the keyboard. "I already know. No rooms?" Behind Ethan, another family entered wearing expensive designer clothes. The receptionist instantly smiled. "Welcome." "You're just in time. We still have 2 luxury suites available." Ethan slowly turned around, then back toward the receptionist. "I thought you said there weren't any rooms." "They're reserved for premium guests." Before Ethan could answer, the assistant manager walked over. He looked Ethan up and down before speaking loudly enough for nearby guests to hear. "Sir, this hotel isn't a charity. If you can't afford it, there's a motel across town." Several people looked toward Ethan. Sophie slowly opened her eyes. "Daddy, why is she mad at us?" Ethan gently kissed her forehead. "She's having a difficult day, sweetheart." The assistant manager laughed. "No, I'm having a wonderful day, but I'm not letting people walk in pretending they belong here." The lobby became uncomfortably quiet. A housekeeper nearby looked embarrassed. A bellman lowered his head. Ethan remained calm. "I'd like to speak with the general manager." "He's too busy," the assistant manager replied. "Then perhaps he'll be interested in this." Ethan quietly placed a black metal room key on the marble counter. The receptionist rolled her eyes. "Fancy keys don't impress me." At that moment, the hotel's elderly concierge froze. He stared at the key, then at Ethan. His eyes widened. Mr. Carter?" The entire lobby fell silent. The concierge stepped forward immediately. "I'm terribly sorry, sir." The receptionist looked confused. "You know him?" The concierge answered quietly. "He's the owner." The words echoed through the lobby. Within seconds, General Manager Rebecca Lawson hurried downstairs after receiving an urgent call. The moment she saw Ethan, her face turned pale. "Mr. Carter? I sincerely apologize." Ethan nodded toward the computer. "Please check today's occupancy." Rebecca typed quickly. "There are 21 vacant rooms." Ethan looked toward the receptionist. "So there were rooms?" "Yes, sir." The assistant manager's confidence disappeared. We thought—" Ethan interrupted him calmly. "I know exactly what you thought. You judged a father by his jacket instead of his character." Sophie quietly held her father's hand. "Daddy, are we in trouble?" Ethan smiled warmly. "Not at all." Rebecca turned toward both employees. "Hand me your badges." They stood frozen. Immediately. With shaking hands, they removed them. "Your employment ends today for violating our guest respect policy." The receptionist began crying. "I'm sorry." Ethan looked at her with compassion. "I hope you are. But remember this. If I had been an ordinary guest instead of the owner, your behavior would have hurt just as much." No one in the lobby spoke. An elderly couple began applauding. Then another guest joined. Soon the entire lobby echoed with applause, not because 2 employees had lost their jobs, but because everyone had witnessed a father respond to disrespect with dignity instead of anger. Before walking toward the elevator, Ethan handed the roses to Sophie. "Would you like to carry these for Mommy?" She smiled. "I think she'd love them." The next morning, every employee attended mandatory training. Ethan stood before them and said only one sentence. Luxury isn't found in marble floors or five-star rooms. Luxury begins the moment every guest feels respected. From that day forward, no employee at the Grand Meridian Hotel forgot the afternoon when a single dad was denied a room in his own hotel, and how quiet dignity became the standard every guest deserved. If stories like this remind you that kindness still matters, subscribe and join us for another unforgettable journey.